What makes you valuable? Is it what you have, the amount of money that you earn, where you come from, the people you associate with? What is it that makes you valuable? My name is Dennis Moro. I'm the founder of DSM Advisory and Consulting, where we help entrepreneurs with unique ideas, articulate them, and package them so that they can attract customers. We also talk about personal development and personal branding to help people show up in a way that will grant them the most opportunities and give them the most fulfilling life. Today, we want to show you that how you look at yourself, how you value yourself, determines how you show up. When you're young, we get introduced to so many ideas. And one of the key ideas that we get introduced to, but is hidden from view, is the idea of self-worth. And how this self-worth is introduced is by what we are applauded for doing and what we are punished for doing. What we are applauded for doing is what makes us feel like we belong, makes us feel like we are worthy people, like we are good people, like we are people who are worthy of this kind of applause. And that becomes a pursuit where you want to pursue things that are going to make you feel applauded, that are going to make you feel recognized, and ultimately they give you your sense of self-worth. In the course of pursuing whatever it is you're pursuing, what makes you feel as though you are worthy? Now, for majority of people, while you are still in pursuit for the thing that is supposed to make you feel worthy, you are not going to feel worthy until you have gotten the thing that makes you feel worthy. And unfortunately, because that culture of always pursuing things for self-worth has already been ingrained, when you get to the next level and realize that that was not the end, there are other levels beyond that, you still feel unqualified, unable, and ultimately that takes you back to that place where you start feeling like you are not worthy all over again. Why? Because you don't earn enough, you don't live in a good enough neighborhood, you don't have the best quality education, the experience, the networks, whatever it is that makes you feel deficient becomes the new point of obsession that you're going to start working towards for you to get to a place of worthiness, and then realize there is something else that you don't have. And ultimately, you are constantly moving out in circles, circles, and never getting to that place that you actually value yourself. In that pursuit, you become the center of everything. And when you become the center of everything, and your insecurities become the focus, where everything you do each and every day is to cover up your insecurities, it means that the work that you're doing is not as impactful because you cannot show up fully while you don't feel as though you are valuable, you don't feel as though you are worthy. When you are the center of attention, when you are the center, it takes you away from focusing on what you actually need to do to deliver the best service or to impact the world as positively as you can. Now, the question is, now that you feel that you don't have the capacity to impact the world or to do whatever it is you want because you are not worthy enough or you don't feel as though you are valuable, then how or what are you going to do to ensure that before you are able to attain whatever it is that you'd like to attain, you can still show up? Many times when you look online, you're going to find information, lots of information about this subject, and all this information is going to present to you is that you are supposed to continually affirm yourself and to continue showing up despite the fact that you are not whatever it is that you desire to be. But unfortunately, that is not how we are wired as human beings. We are wired to be very natural and not to put on a certain face or mask, lest we collapse under the weight of that mask. So when we act out of what is natural to us, it is never going to be authentic, it is never going to be real, and you're never really going to feel like you're showing up fully being who you are. How do you feel worthy even if you have not attained the things that you feel you need for you to become worthy? Where does worth come from? Where does that personal valuation, where does it come from? If you want to show up fully as who you are, alive, and the validation or wherever you get your sense of value or worth is in something that you don't have, then how can you show up when you don't have that thing? Why not start looking at things that you have for you to find your sense of self-worth? Yes, there are things that we get and people look at us differently. And unfortunately, you ascribe that to becoming more valuable. Whereas we are more valuable in their eyes, but our sense of self-worth has not internally changed. Or rather, our value as a human being has not changed. Because whatever it is we have accrued is something that we always had the ability to do. What if you started thinking that, by the way, my sense of self-worth does not come from what I have, but it comes from who I am as an individual. It comes from the fact that I have the ability to do so much. It comes from the sense that in as much as I may not have everything I need for me to get that sense of feeling as though I am worthy, having the ability to deliver right now is something that means I am already worthy. And when I get those things that time, it is only going to be confirmation to others that I was always worthy from the very start. That is the difference between showing up before you have whatever it is you think you need to feel valuable and not showing up. That is a difference that is going to make you show up naturally, because you already have what you need so that you can feel as though you are worthy and that you belong and that you are supposed to be in that space where you are in. What is it that holds you back from showing up? What is that thing that you feel you need for you to get that sense of worth, for you to get that sense of value, or for you to feel like you are valuable enough so that now you can start showing up? What is that thing? And how can you start shifting your attention from that to who you already are innately, to the abilities that you have, to the potential that is within you, and to the fact that there is nothing that you cannot learn, so that you can start showing up today? Many of the things you desire, you don't have because you don't show up. And you don't show up because you don't feel like you're valuable. So, feel like you're valuable. Change what makes you feel valuable. Start showing up because you are already valuable. And you're going to start getting those things that you need or those things that you desire. Not because they are going to make you valuable, but because you are already valuable, you're going to have those things. My name is Dennis Mboro. Reflect on this for this week. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, follow us, and recommend us to somebody who needs to listen to this information. And I wish you all the best. Value yourself based on who you are, not based on things that are out of your control. Until next time, au revoir.